Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Fargo. Fargo is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Shout Factory. It can be found as a slipcover edition available at your local and online retailers. Now, when it comes to the film itself, Fargo is actually my second Coen Brothers movie that I ever watched. The first one being Raising Arizona, and I have since, of course, gone through their whole filmography. I am a big fan. There's still many of their films that I would love to see come to 4K, and this movie was also one of those that it kind of caught me off guard, the tone difference between this and Raising Arizona. And then I sort of kind of caught a little bit of a pattern with Coen Brothers films. There are movies that are a little bit more serious, and then there are some that are not as much. Coen Brothers do have a style, and Fargo absolutely showcases this very well. Of course, you have some of the usual suspects as far as casting goes. Steve Buscemi, Frances McDormand. I mean, they're really good in this one. And this movie has such a voice. It's got its own tone, and a lot of people go back to this one and they of course reference the accents. That's a thing. And if you haven't seen the show spinoff, I do highly recommend that as well. It actually has a couple of occasional tie-ins to the movie, but itself, it's a brisk 90 minutes thriller, drama. Great characters. I do enjoy going back to this one at least once a year, once every other year. It's fun, despite it having kind of a serious tone. But I love the movie, and I do highly recommend you check it out. If you're at all curious about it, I would recommend it. It's really a good time. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Ultra HD edition of Fargo, which uses pretty much original cover art, so I always like that. Then we have the back and the spine, and interior is essentially the same. And then we have some artwork on the discs. So yeah, overall nice packaging from Shout Factory. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Fargo on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 1:5:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and graded with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Now, according to Shout Factory's spec sheet, this release is a result of a 4K restoration personally supervised by Director of Photography Roger Deakins. There are very few names behind the scenes of filmmaking that I trust more than Mr. Deakins. He has a phenomenal eye. I'm a big fan of all the films that he DP'd for, and for his input on this release, I trust his judgment implicitly. Right off the bat, the source is clean from imperfections and blemishes. Grain is nicely preserved and filmic. For you pixel counters out there, bit rates are relatively high, often hovering above 80 for the duration. When going back to the old Blu-ray, it looks seriously dated when compared to this new 4K. Textures significantly stand out with wonderful clarity. Skin imperfections, facial stubble, and I'm pretty sure I noticed some random characters' stained teeth, which were now on full display. The HDR Dolby Vision grading is a bit on the reserve side, and I think it was, at the end of the day, the right call to make. The film's snowy setting shows off well without succumbing to blooming. The palette in general is very natural, and the Dolby Vision just reinforces this with slightly more refined colors. Black levels are solid with appropriate night scenes, and shadow detail is on point throughout. I didn't witness any crushing during my viewing. Overall, I think the palette and black levels look really solid. Fargo on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a DTS 5.1 audio mix. Essentially, this is the same audio track from the prior Blu-ray, and I think, honestly, it's perfectly fine as it is. I've always found the track to be good. It has nothing overly showy going for it, but it makes good use of the surround environment and offers a very immersive experience. Rear channel activity is used for sporadic ambience, wind blowing, crowd noise, score, that sort of thing. Dialogue is clear and prioritized neatly through the center with no real issues. The low end is pretty subtle, but it makes itself known when needed. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Fargo on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A. Shout's 4K of the film is a more than solid upgrade over the blue, no question. The picture shows appreciable gains in all areas with respectful grading, grain structure is nice and healthy, and the overall picture shows marked improvement over what came before. Have no fear about picking this one up. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A-. If you have the old Blu-ray, you should already know that the audio is a really solid experience. Ambience and atmosphere are handled well, dynamic audio cues give you a nice immersive feeling, and everything up front sounds pretty clean. Overall, this is a really easy recommend. So that is my review of Fargo on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comment section below. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc ready, let's talk about it in the comments. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.